Hey, how's it going, everybody? We are back with another video today. It's not a gameplay today, but it is a top 10 video for the top 10 Chiefs to make a golden ticket out of, since golden tickets are coming tomorrow. I will be having a gameplay drop tomorrow that's going to kick off basically with me finding out if I pulled a golden ticket day 1 or not. It's gonna be not, let's be honest, but just in case, you know, here's gonna be my top 10 player items to make from just the Chiefs in specifics, because a lot of people have already put out a whole bunch of videos about, like, you know, what cheesy guys to make a golden ticket out of, and that's typically what you see. So just gonna put out my top 10 list of guys just for the Chiefs, like, in general, and the Chiefs theme team that I think would be interesting to have in the squad. And yeah, we'll pop into it here. Top 10. I'm gonna hopefully be able to have 10. I've kind of looked through and I have like 5 or 6 that I like, and it might be a couple of throwaways as well. So we'll see how that goes. But don't forget to like and subscribe down below if you guys are new around here. You're liking the Madden 20 content. You're liking the content I'm putting out in general. We just passed 260 subscribers last night, so you know, quickly on from 250 to 260. I think we went from 250 to 260 over the course of the weekend, which was not really something I expected, since we weren't putting out too much content over the weekend. The weekends are usually slow times for me as far as channel growth, since I don't do much. I usually take the weekend to have a break and not have an 11-hour day for once. So thank you guys for all the support. I hope you guys are loving the content I'm putting out just as much. I should be actually getting a new mic here in a few days, depending on when my buddy gets a chance to mail it out to me. He said I could borrow his Blue Snowball for as long as I'd like if I just paid shipping for it. So whenever he gets the chance to do that, we will have that set up, and hopefully it sounds a whole lot better than my kind of streaming mic. So look forward to that, and without further ado, we'll pop into the top 10 list. Alright, so number 10 I have on my list. I'm kind of just looking through positions of need, mostly on the Chiefs team, and then kind of higher up we'll have our guys that I kind of want to see have a high rated card. But I am going to block out the top bar of my browser, so you guys can't see who my picks are. But I guess before we pop into talking about Mitch Morse, we'll kind of just talk about what the Golden Ticket program is, and remind you guys that on Tuesday and Friday, I thought it was Tuesday and Wednesday. Good thing I would have gone on Wednesday and been wondering. But Tuesday, which is tomorrow, at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, for 1 hour, there's going to be a solo challenge, kind of like the shoe challenges back around the Super Bowl. That it's like a 3-minute quarter game that you got to play through, and at the end you'll either get some 7,500 coin quick sell or a golden ticket. And there's only going to be 5 per console, so PS4, Xbox, so you're only going to have 5 chances total. And may the luckiest person win, I guess. But yeah, that's going to kind of be what we're looking like. I'm not too sure. I kind of wish they came out and said like what players were going to be rated, if it's just a straight up 99, or if it's going to be they increase the overall on a certain card, and then you can boost. Like, they usually give you like 3 or 4 stats that you're allowed to boost on a guy, and then everything else kind of goes up as well. I don't know if it's based off the actual card that you choose to like improve on, but it very well could be, and that could knock out a couple of guys from the being a viable option list. But you know, you get to add like crazy abilities, like tier 3 slots that wouldn't be like a part of that guy's thing, depending on his thing. So like the example they gave Mike Vick to have like field general, strong arm, improviser, or scrambler ability bucket. So like he could have protected in the tier 3 slot. And something crazy about all these golden ticket players, they all get 4 abilities as well, so they can be pretty insane. I mean, that's defensive players with like all the pass rushing chems on a pass rusher if you were to do that, or getting enforced on a guy with all the pass rushing chems, or a quarterback with escape artist, dashing deadeye, gunslinger, and oh gosh, what's the other one? QB playmaker. Like, imagine Pat Mahomes with all 4 of those. That'd be a little goofy. But yeah, so that's kind of the breakdown of the program, but we'll hop into my top 10. So starting at number 10, I kind of looked at the offense first, because I was looking through the theme team in general on the Muthead website, just kind of scrolling through, and looking at guys that like I thought could sorely use an upgrade. But for the Chiefs, center is definitely somewhere that they could upgrade. I do think that Mitch Morse will probably find his way to getting like his own upgrade through another promo at some point this year, which is kind of why he's lower on this as well. But getting a new center, I don't know again with this promo if they let you choose what team they play for too, since they aren't part of power-ups, so you can't put them into a power-up. So like I don't know if guys that aren't on the Chiefs currently are eligible to be placed in the game as like Chiefs chem. But Mitch Morse at center, I think having his run blocking upgraded would probably be a big thing to do, as well as working on his like speed at center and strength. His strength, he gets bullied all the time, but I think getting a better center card would help, especially since running the Chiefs theme team and I try and run the Chiefs offense through the Chiefs theme team as well. Like a lot of inside runs kind of just get blown up because he's not able to hang on the inside. So upgrading him to a better, stronger center. I mean, he's still going to get shed because that's just how Madden works, but I think it'd be a pretty good upgrade overall to see that happening. A guy that I kind of threw in here and talked a little bit about, but don't necessarily think he needs a card, is Pat Mahomes. And like I said, you could get protected or something like that on him in addition to all his other abilities on the card as well. So just having him go like that, and then if you can upgrade like certain abilities, I wouldn't touch the throwing stats at all. There's no point, it'd be a waste. But I mean, you could upgrade his speed, his elusiveness, and like ball carrying, and just make Pat Mahomes the like better Lamar this year, and just not let Lamar, I guess, have his spotlight in his kind of breakout year. But I mean, Mahomes on like some Lamar type-esque stat lines for speed and stuff would be just a stupid card. I mean, his MVP card's already stupid, but just imagine a Mahomes with like 98 speed, and then on the theme team, like for sure 99 speed, has high carrying. Like carrying would definitely be something. If I were to do Mahomes, I would definitely choose to juice that, as well as the elusiveness stats and speed. So like Mahomes is definitely a guy that would be interesting but somewhat pointless to make a card for. But I mean, it'd be cool to see him on some crack with the running abilities. But as I pull Christian Okoye into his own little thing. But number 8 on the list, Christian Okoye. He's a fun guy to play with. Sometimes it sucks that he's a fullback, but he's definitely someone that if you wanted to run a Chiefs theme team and had a high overall version of him, which I think he probably will get one at some point through Ultimate Legends as well, which is another reason why he's kind of low on the list. But he's insanely fast for what he is. I mean, once he gets his Ultimate Legend card or something like that, he's going to have top end speed at fullback. And he's a guy that you could put evasive on and still get like the bulldozer and what's the stiff arm one? I forget what the stiff arm chem is. Armbar. Bulldozer and armbar on him as well. And like you basically is talking like those power backs that some of the videos I've seen talking about like the abilities and what putting on guys could mean. And Okoye is one of those power back type guys that you could just juice up with evasive and have him doing all kinds of crazy moves. He does have to hit spin thresholds, which his spin move is only 66, so you'd have to juke that, but you have to juice that up. And his juke move, like these two, juke and spin, would definitely be things that you'd have to juice. And then I'm thinking it's 3. I'd probably just boost these 3. If you're only allowed to boost 3 things, I would definitely go towards that, and then try and get him up to evasive tier levels. Hopefully he gets there if he is someone that gets chosen, but he would be an absolutely insanely stupid fullback to have as a power back. Number 7 now, recently released card, but my favorite running back out of the Chiefs group is this Kareem Hunt card. He's another guy that basically is someone that if you choose to boost his spin move and elusiveness, and I'd even probably go with his like strength or speed depending on how much the upgrades are, just stock. He's a guy that you could put evasive on with bruiser and have like leapfrog and literally be able to do any move you wanted to at any time with Kareem Hunt. and he's gonna do it to like the top tier abilities, which is just bonkers. And like for the way this card's played, to me a lot higher than his rating, and especially a lot higher than the ratings of the other running backs I have on the team. He's definitely one of the sneaky best running backs in the game, in my opinion, and like he's a dog. I don't know what else to say about him. He's great. It's good to see him like rocking out on a Chiefs theme team, as tough as it was, the whole release situation. But yeah, Kareem Hunt's my 7th pick. I definitely don't think the offense needs any players per se, but it'd just be like to make a stupid offense even stupider is adding Kareem Hunt or a guy like Pat Mahomes to it. So, number 6, I have the weakest point on the offensive line, and a point that probably won't get an upgrade the rest of the season, and that's Eric Fisher. Again, I don't know if the upgrades are to a 99 or like so much above where they're already at, but Eric Fisher's a guy that like if you went in there and really tried to upgrade his run blocking and pass blocking as your upgrades, you can make a really solid left tackle and have the Chiefs kind of have their offensive line solidified through there. And I do think that left tackle is a position in need with the guys like Lawrence Taylor coming off the edge and Jadeveon Clowney, which Clowney is probably going to get an upgrade here sooner than later. Probably, my guess would be the draft promo since he got skipped over in the combine, but he's going to get a card here soon that's going to be absolutely insane and just wreck lives. So getting a tackle that can do what's necessary to protect against that would be, beneficial. But again, it's not a sexy pick. It's not fun. But, it's a card that the Chiefs could sorely use, and it would definitely put the Chiefs theme team. It's already probably number 1 in a lot of people's books, but definitely like help it separate from everything else and put it way away from the Niners. So, number 5, we've got Justin Houston, a card that I actually thought probably should have gotten upgraded some other point during the season. I know the Colts kind of had a bit of a fall off later on in the year, but he was great on the Chiefs. It still bothers me every time I see him out on the field on the Chiefs theme team wearing number 99. But he's a card that definitely could be insane to have upgraded. He plays DT for me, DT2 on my team mostly. And just to have him like come in, I wouldn't even upgrade the speed necessarily, but like upgrade strength, power moves, finesse moves, and even like maybe not power moves so much or something, but like block shedding, and just make him like an insane inside guy who's super strong. Maybe not even upgrade the finesse moves, not worry about it, but get something that gets him to like a top tier, like really strong inside pass rusher type guy that could definitely be a very usable and good card to have. Number 4 on the list is Emanuel Ax. Much like Houston, he's a guy that honestly, he was playing so well this year before he tore his pec. It hurt me to see him go down. It was tough. I thought we were in trouble when he did, because he, to me, was playing the best out of all the D linemen early on in the season. And he was getting constant pressure, doing very well. And he's a guy that I wish, if he wouldn't have probably gotten hurt, he probably gotten a couple more upgrades down the line and gotten even more usable cards than this one is. But he's still a beast for me until, Frank Clark's like higher rated cards came through, but otherwise he was still beasting out there playing rush left end for me. But I mean, this is another guy like I wouldn't even like him for sure. I don't think you need more than probably what would be like 86, 87 speed maybe. So I feel like it's got to be like at least a base 4 or 5 upgrade. So like add 5 or so to that speed, and that's probably about where he's going to be at. He's going to have like 91, 92 speed on a Chiefs theme team, which is more than capable. And then like just upgrading that block shedding, power moves, and finesse moves, he's gonna be a monster, and that's what you want, is quick, strong ends, and like he definitely would fit that mold. He was a card that really played way above his rating when I used him, and definitely a guy that I want to see have a higher rated card in this year's game. Number 3 is Darren Lee, a new card that kind of just came out, but the Chiefs are surely hurting for a middle linebacker. Middle linebacker too. Reggie Ragland is another guy I could put in there as well. I'd probably take either. Darren's just got that like speed upgrade that I think you know, you wouldn't have to spend it now. If you were to go with Raglan, you definitely have to upgrade his speed. So with Darren, I would definitely go ahead and like upgrade his block shedding. His tackling's already alright. I'd definitely upgrade the hit power, and then I'd probably upgrade man or zone. More than likely zone coverage on him. Like just upgrade this triangle right here, zone, power, and block shed, and he'll be pretty solid and fearsome there at middle linebacker 2 behind Willie Lanier. You could also go ahead and go with strength too to help him on the block shedding situations, and go with these two and like hit power, and just use him as a user and just not have the zone coverage. So I mean, he could definitely be a monstrous card in the theme team. I mean, especially considering the fact that, again, like these upgrades are going to be like plus 5 or 6 in like just thinking, and then the juice stats are probably going to be like plus 15 or so, I would say. I'm throwing complete BS numbers out there, by the way, but this is kind of just my guess and kind of what I remember from past golden tickets, that like the juice stats do really get pumped up pretty high, and then like everything else goes up quite a bit as well around the card. So like I could definitely see Darren Lee having like 91, 92 speed stock, being able to get that physical chem stuff too as well. So like getting up to like 94 or 95 speed on a 50 out of 50 theme team with one of the speed chems active. So like, I mean, if 95 speed is not enough for you at middle linebacker, like I don't know what to tell you, because that's already a little extra and unnecessary. So yeah, so that's going to be number 3 on the list. Now number 2 could very easily slide up to number 1 for me. I would much rather see number 1 be where number 1 is, but it all depends on what ratings mean in the overall grand scheme of this, or if it's more or less like everyone's a 99, but this is how stuff scales. So number 2 is Thornhill. He's a guy that, much like Agba, on the defensive side of the ball, is a guy I thought I played really well all year long, and him being a rookie kind of gave him even more like hype behind him, at least for me, because I always like seeing rookies do well, and he definitely fit that bill this year. I definitely think he hasn't gotten as much love as he should have in this year's game for as well as he's played, but he's definitely someone that I think should earn a very high overall card at some point this year. And I don't think he's going to get it. Unfortunately, I think this 90 might be the last that they give him. But Thornhill is just an insanely talented guy. I would definitely go ahead and upgrade his power, his tackling, and I'd even maybe go with strength on him. Though, I mean, strength on a safety is not too important. But I'd definitely upgrade tackling and power, and then maybe go man or zone. I don't know what the thresholds are for getting universal coverage on like a guy, but you could also go that route, though. I know definitely at 90-90 it would be at least in one of the safety skill trees. So you could go in man and zone, and then just do hit power or tackling and get it to 90-90, have universal coverage on him, have enforcer on him, and just have him be an overall beast out there. I mean, that's really all you need at this point in Madden if you want to have safeties with abilities not zoned out, but universal coverage and enforcer, and they can break on anything, and it doesn't matter. You can throw a good pass against the cover 2 and it'll still get picked by the safety because he's got universal coverage and can break instantly on a ball. So with that being said, the number 1 selection, as I forgot to switch to his quarterly card, Eric Berry. I mean, it's highly unlikely that he gets to get his due diligence and card that he deserves in this year's game, unfortunately, since he decided to take the year off to focus on him and getting better and fully recovering before he came back to football next season. But he maybe will sign with the team this free agency and get a free agency card. I don't know if it's going to be high rated at all, but he's a guy who said, I'm going to take a step back, think about me, and kind of get my mind right before he comes back into the league, and I respect him for that. But I mean, he's definitely a guy that I would love to see on the Chiefs theme team, rocking out of that strong safety position. As much as I love Tyrann Mathieu, Eric Berry's my guy. It still sucks that we had to let him go for all the reasons that we had to, with him being hurt and stuff and not being able to get back on the field and costing too much. But I mean, to me, he's a Chief for life. It's gonna be weird to see him in another jersey if he does go play somewhere else. But you know, he's a guy that could definitely be a beast. If it is 99 overalls, I think there's really no choice other than Barry for the Chiefs theme team. If you really want to have a fun card that, you know, not a lot of people would even think to make at this point in the year, like given the last couple of years with him. So I don't think that man or zone would need to be added, but I mean, again, like, this is really, his card depends solely on the fact of what overall they give him additional, and if it's just like a +10 boost or whatever, +5 or +6, like, the Barry card's not gonna be worth it. There's so much that needs to get done. Like, hit power needs to be up, tackling needs to be up, both coverages need to be upped, speed sorely needs to be upped. But he's a guy that if they do like really juicy overalls, or like someone gets him and they talk to EA and they say, yeah, like, let's do this higher rated Eric Berry card, then I think Eric Berry would be the cool one to have. But you know, that's just me, and I want to know what you guys think down below. What Chiefs or just players in general would you like to see be golden tickets this year? But yeah, that's about going to wrap things up for me. Don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Saying who that over there looking a whole snack? Oh, flip boy, that's looking like Mr. Mime.